Get your reactions ready. The live portion of the show will begin in just a moment.
Kiner Falefa charges that to left field. Fraley will watch it fly. Base hit left field. Fourth hit of the day for Judge. 5-4, 10th inning lead. Comes through, and now Rizzo does as well in a loud way. Goodbye.
Today is Saturday, May 20th, and the Yankees are taking on the Reds in Game 2 of a 3-game set in Cincinnati. Johnny Brito was on the mound looking for a quality start, but he was throwing to Ben Rortvedt.
He does exist!
My recap and your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Kepler lines that in the air to left center. Hicks on the run, dives, and he made the catch! Oh my goodness, what a catch! That's down the line and is gone!
Pitch. High drive, right field. There it goes. See ya.
How's it going, everybody? I forgot to put on the fun hat. Let's put on the fun hat since we just won the series. Yankees take this one in extra innings. Raleigh says, can we give Hicks the belt? Yes, let's pour one out for Aaron Hicks, but we are not going to give him the belt today. I'm sorry. He got DFA'd before the game. I'm sure you've heard. I think user Supreme176 said it best. He said he's a good guy, just not a great baseball player. And as Jay Moore said in the Jerry Maguire movie, it's not show friends, it's show business. It's show business. And Hal doesn't like to pay guys to do nothing, you know? But I mean, I guess that was already happening. So I was kind of shocked that this actually happened today. I wouldn't say very shocked because I had the video ready to go. I thought there was a chance it might happen. But the Yankees don't eat money like that very often. So it was definitely unusual. Definitely unusual. So what's funny is the Yankees waited until he started swinging the bat a little bit better to get rid of him. You know, he's actually started to look good the last week or two. Also, major scientific discovery today, Ben Rortvedt actually exists.
Most impressive.
And he looked good. He looked good in his debut today. Also, major scientific discovery, Aaron Judge is awesome at baseball. No, we already knew that one. Look, Aaron Judge had another phenomenal day. 4 hits. Big clutch hit. Rizzo continues to swing the bat very well. Big home run in extra innings. And I know we gave Aaron Hicks a lot of crap, a lot of grief. And he earned a lot of it, too. But, let's give the man a round of applause because he did have some nice moments with the Yankees. And Ben Rortvedt, yeah, I like that swing. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. Yankees did come out swinging in the first inning. Gleyber Torres and Aaron Judge smoked back-to-back line drive singles to lead off the game. But then Rizzo bounced into a double play and DJ struck out, so that was kind of a wasted opportunity. Reds jumped out to an early lead. Brito had good velocity today, but the command was not great. You see the line, 4 walks. And that's something that as a young pitcher, he's been pretty great at throwing strikes in the minor leagues, but sometimes when that a great strike thrower gets to the major leagues, you can be a little bit tentative if a few of those strikes get hit. You start nibbling. So, hopefully he can turn it around. I thought he was great last time when you had an opener. I thought that would be a good strategy to use for him going forward. Yankees opted to let him start today. Hey, you won the ball game. I'm not going to complain. Should have shot A-Rod says, Rortvedt doing the John Cena. You can't see me to celebrate the double has endeared me to him forever. Yeah, that was a throwback to the peeking thing. He covers his eye. I love it too. It's great. Speaking of Judge, he picked up a double off the left field wall for his. All right, sorry, no. I jumped ahead. Rortvedt picked up a double off the left field wall for his first hit of the game and of the season. And as a Yankee, good opposite field power. He waited on it and just kind of, dropped the barrel of the bat on it. And he's so strong that he doesn't really need to catch it that well to drive the baseball. So I think you're going to see him put up some good power numbers if he gets more at-bats. He had a hit later in the game. And I'll tell you, he reminds me a little bit of an older Yankee that some of you might remember, 1996, guy named Andy Fox. Now, Andy Fox was not much of a hitter. I think he hit about 196 that year with a couple of home runs. But he had the same kind of like lean back swing style, very kind of flat swing. And I see the same thing from Rortvedt, but I like what I see so far. Bottom three, Brito ran into trouble. He threw 30-plus pitches and walked 3 guys, and that gave the Reds the lead. The Yankees had scored a run on the aforementioned Aaron Judge double. I lost my notes here a little bit. Top 5, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. How about this guy hitting for power now?
There it goes. That ball is high.
Second home run in 3 games. Have we slipped into a different part of the multiverse? Are we in a new dimension now where IKF is a power hitter? Unbelievable. Rortvedt picked up his second hit of the game later on. Judge doubled to make it 4-3 and knock their starter out of the game. So at that point, the Yankees started to climb back. Rizzo singled to tie the game, but Judge got thrown out at home. I thought that was a bad send by Rojas over at the third base coach. Threw Judge out by plenty, but it made me wish that you could see something that we used to see with the older game of baseball, guys getting run over at home plate. I know it causes concussions and it's the worst thing ever and you don't want to see guys get hurt, but man, how much fun would it be to see Judge truck somebody? Come on. I got to think that if you're a catcher and you're waiting for the baseball and you're looking out this way and you look back this way and you look back this way and you look back this way and you see Judge coming at you at full speed, I think your spirit just leaves your body at that point, right? Because you know you're going to end up as like a smear with just some like catching equipment mixed in. But yeah, I wish we could have seen that, but no such luck. IKF made a very nice catch in left field, battling the sun in the 6th inning. You know, he's had a pretty good road trip. 2 home runs in 3 games. He's looked good on defense. Yankees got some nice performances out of the bullpen today. Marinaccio threw 2 scoreless innings, struck out 3. Same thing for Michael King. Clay Holmes threw a scoreless 9th. And then Ryan Weber closed it out. But Yankees took the lead in the top of the 10th. Aaron Judge with his 4th hit of the game to give the Yankees the lead. And then Anthony Rizzo followed up.
On the track at the wall. Anthony Rizzo.
Don't you ever come back here again.
11th home run of the year. He just dominates in this ballpark. As we watch the double from Rortvedt, he actually runs pretty well for a catcher, too. I know they hate when you say runs well for a catcher. Not the greatest slide in the world. And Judge scorching the ball off the wall there. All right, who you guys want for the belt? I think it's hard not to give it to Aaron Judge. I mean, the guy had 4 hits, gave the Yankees the lead in extras. I think I'm going to go ahead and make an executive decision. After the Yankees win.
You're a winner.
Aaron Judge. We got some people thinking it would be fatal if Aaron Judge trucked a catcher, and it might be. I mean, I forget what they said the force was. A couple of years ago when somebody got trucked and got hurt, they did all these scientific measurements, and they figured that, I think maybe it was Buster Posey, that it's essentially like almost like getting hit by someone riding a bike at full speed, you know? And if you've ever walked on a college campus, I'm sure that's happened to you. It's happened to me. Someone is riding along, not looking, and they plow right into you, and it's no fun. But got Aaron L. with a super dono, says, fun fact, Buck, what's he looking at? Martinez was the subject of the best home plate collision when he turned a 9-2, 7-2 double play with a broken leg. I'd have to look into that and check that out. I have not seen that, but thank you for the dono. Appreciate that. Yankee Great says, if you're complaining about Torres at this point, you're just a malcontent. Torres had a decent day. He had 2 hits. He's hitting 253. He's been average this year. He has not become the superstar that he was in 2019. I don't think he'll ever be that player again. He's had some trouble on double plays. I do think that he's done a better job at putting the ball in play, which is something the Yankees need. He's gone back to that approach that he had when he first got to the major leagues, where he was kind of hitting the ball to all fields. Now, he still swings out of his shoes quite a bit. But, look, I don't have any particular beef with Torres. Ariadna says, give Judge the belt. And we did. I'm a little bit behind in the chat. I had some technical difficulties. Oh, by the way, tomorrow at 11:35, I'm going to be joining Pete for the game season live. So we're going to be calling the game together. Also, Luis Severino back tomorrow. That's going to be huge. We need to get some length out of our starters, but he's probably not going to give us more than, I'd say, 4 or 5 innings. He threw 3 1/3 his last minor league outing. And I believe they said he threw 58 pitches. So you figure he's going to throw 70-plus pitches. Now, the Reds are not a great offense, as we've seen. So if things go smoothly, maybe he can get you through 5. But I would count on, maybe seeing the bullpen a little bit tomorrow. Also, odd to see Greg Allen back. The Yankees let him go. He was somebody that I think the Yankees wanted to bring back, but they couldn't guarantee him a starting spot, and I think he liked his chances to get more at-bats elsewhere, and it didn't work out. So, hey, it's good to see him back. He's going to be a role player. He's going to steal bases. You saw him go in for pinch running duties today. Davis Reed says, what were they thinking sending Judge? I don't know. That was definitely a brain fart on Rojas's part. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box score for tonight's game. You guys want to watch the highlights first? Let's watch the highlights first. Lori C says, Hicks signed with the LPGA. Pretty good. Pretty good. You Yankee fans. Tough crowd. That was the greatest pitching motion ever from Brito there, the little balk. That led to a run. As you see, line drive to center field here. I tell you what, Bader looks unbelievable in center field. He made a couple of nice plays again today. Here was the opposite field double by Rortvedt. Missed a home run by a couple of feet. Opposite field power. Goes in sideways on the slide. Judge follows up with a double over the... Actually, I believe that might have been a single over the left fielder's head. He hit one so hard. It was 115 off the bat, and he couldn't advance to second. This was a play where Volpe going into the hole couldn't quite make it. It was a tough play. No blame to him there. This was the home run by Mailey, Luke Mailey, big prospect. And then we got Kiner Falefa breaking out the whooping stick about 5 rows deep. And he knew it was gone, too. Let's get the StatCast on that. 36-degree launch angle, 368 feet. That might be a home run at Yankee Stadium, given where he hit it. There's the other base hit from Rortvedt. That's the one that got me thinking he looked like Andy Fox. Just a very flat, level swing. Later on, Judge, that's 86. He's lucky he got this baseball back. Usually that ball's in the upper deck. He was a little bit early. This was the one-handed base hit from Rizzo. Judge got thrown out. I had to clip it for timing reasons. But Judge giving us the lead in the 10th, and then Rizzo with the cherry on the Sunday. And look where that pitch was, inside part of the plate, and he gets to it. Another look at that Isaiah Kiner Falefa home run, the follow through, he knew it was gone. It's not very often he hits a no-doubter, so it's always fun when he does. I thought about giving him the belt. Almost. But Twig says, check IKF's bat. Love it. I love it. Yes, someone mentioned Armed Forces Day. That's why we've got the hats, the different non-traditional Yankees colors hats. I think they're green or brown. I'm colorblind, so I couldn't tell you. Are they green? I think they're green. Anyway, maybe a little camo. I don't know. Joe Higashi says Rizzolorian. I like it. All right, so looking at the box score, you see what stands out, obviously. Aaron Judge with the 4 hits and 3 RBIs, and Rizzo with 3 RBIs. Judge back up to 299, Rizzo hitting 300. You know, Judge hit 311 last year. I think he's going to get ready to go on a hot streak now. Wouldn't surprise me if, he applies some of that magic that he had last year and he gets up into the 320, 330 range. I really think he's got a run in him. So, Lori C says, Jays are in last place and their fans are still chanting Yankees suck. It's amazing the amount of Blue Jays fans that comment on my videos and my podcast. Let's take a look at the standings. Yankees now 8 games over 500. Hopefully you can win tomorrow and then, get one on Tuesday. The game is off. Yankees are off on Monday. That'll put you 10 games over 500. You win 2 more in a row. And that's not a bad part of the season to be 10 games over. Rays obviously still in first place. Yankees got a series with the Orioles coming up. They've been very, very good. Blue Jays continue to plummet, and I tell you what, you don't hate it. THG says, another major scientific discovery. We're more likely to win baseball games without Aaron Hicks.
Bing.
And yes, Jays fans have been super salty lately. Casey Anderson says, arm or everyday left fielder at the deadline? I'm thinking I want a bullpen guy. Watching Alexis Diaz come in there, and I know there's very little chance that Alexis Diaz could get dealt, but somebody of his ilk, I would love for the Yankees to have a lockdown closer again. You miss the days of Mariano Rivera and all that good stuff.
Game over, man. Game over.
We're going to get out of here.
Andrew says he bets 95% of the trolls who tune in are Jays fans. An Italian Stallion says Jays fans are like a fly that won't leave you alone until you smush it.
You gotta go.
And Lori C says today was a great day all around. Thank you, Hal. Not only for getting rid of Aaron Hicks, but for the contract he gave out to Aaron Judge, who just continues to annihilate baseballs. Angry Thumb says Judge and Pete Rose met. Couple of the greatest hitters you'll ever see. Now, I want to know how you guys feel about Pete Rose and letting him into the Hall of Fame. To me, I feel like betting on baseball back in the day, obviously the Cardinals sin, and the suspension was held up, and he admitted later on that he bet on games. I don't love the idea of him being a manager or being involved with a team, but the way betting has creeped into the sport, it almost feels hypocritical to keep him out of the Hall of Fame at this point. Great hitter, most hits of all time, and none of the stuff that, that he did was betting against his own team. He was always trying to win. So I know a lot of people say yes, a lot of people say no. It's kind of a divisive issue. And to be honest with you, I go back and forth on it. Maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, I say, yeah, let him in. Maybe Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, I'm like, maybe not. Nate says, as a player, he should be in the Hall of Fame. Philip C. says, if you're going to put in Ortiz, then you got to put in A-Rod, Schilling, and Bonds, and Rose. So I do think that Bonds should be in, even though he took steroids, because he was an MVP before he took steroids. Why not just put on the plaque or put him in a section that says, hey, look, a lot of people were using steroids in this era, and, this guy was highly suspected. He was part of the Balco investigation. It was never proven that he did it. He hit all these home runs, yada, yada, yada. ignoring something and plugging your ears and stamping your feet and pretending like it doesn't exist doesn't make it go away, right? Why not just own our mistakes and say, hey, look, this is who Barry Bonds was. He put up enormous numbers. He was one of the most famous players ever, which is the whole point of the museum, fame. He broke the all-time home run record, but hey, he was also suspected of steroids, right? And then, you know, you got it covered. I don't know. Andrew says trading for Rizzo was a great design. I think he means decision. Yeah, Rizzo seems to fit perfectly with the team, not only on the field, but in the clubhouse. And Lucas says Ben Rortvedt does not exist.
Wrong.
We now have proof that he does. We now have proof that he exists. It has been confirmed. All right, guys, I'm getting a notice on my my Ring app that I got some pizzas being delivered. I got some guys coming over in a few minutes. We're going to watch this movie called Sisu, which is, it's kind of like John Wick versus Nazis. We're having a little birthday celebration. I'm turning 40 on Thursday, so it's a little bit of a preemptive celebration here, just in case I don't make it to Thursday. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. But I'm going to go get that done. Tomorrow, 11:30, I'll be on the Game Season Live on Pete's channel. And then I'll be live probably a little bit later after the game than usual, probably about a 10-minute delay because I'm going to have to go right to the end of the game with Pete, and then I'm going to have to put together all the graphics and all that stuff. But Frankie is helping me out. Round of applause to Mr. Frankie Baseball. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Ball game over.
Most impressive.